got a call the other day from my friend Steve Pisani, the head honcho over at Michael Kelly Guitars. I didn't know their future when Sam Ash closed their retail store doors. Benny, we're all good over here. I just designed a guitar to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Sam Ash, the brand new Michael Kelly Patriot. So we gotta check it out. It's always the G string. Behold, the limited edition Michael Kelly Patriot 100th anniversary Sam Ash edition. You got this beautiful deep cherry flamed maple veneer on this thing. I feel like I can see my soul. With 3 P90 pickups. You got a 5-way selector right here. Everything's all creamed out. Black speed knobs. Ebony fingerboard, medium jumbo frets with these cool abalone inlays. And then right on the truss rod, got Sam Ash 100th anniversary. And this one is number 3 of 50. You got your volute here, so if you drop it, you ain't breaking that headstock off. I love the feel. Right out of the box, man. Perfect. These knobs, they fit right into the body. It's one of the things that separates this Patriot from a lot of the other ones. It's a thinner body. This is a Les Paul standard, so a little bit skinnier, guys. Gonna grab out my scale. Oh, I'm going on a diet. This guitar is about 7.3 pounds. I really, really love the weight and the balance on it. Just the way that this feels in my hand. And it sings. Now, the other thing to bear in mind is that this is a veneer top. You have a thin piece of flame maple with this beautiful deep cherry stain, but the truth is, this is all mahogany. Now, a lot of people say wood doesn't matter. I've seen a guy playing a wood palette he probably got from Home Depot and it sounds rad. Everything factors into tone. The only question is how much. The electronics are a huge component of it. But anyone that says the same electronics in the same guitar with different wood and they're always gonna sound the same hasn't actually ever tried it. When you record guitars every day and you play every day, you pick up guitars and you can hear the life in them. Maybe the pickups were 0.2 millimeters further away. Sure, I get it, which is also why those lab experiments where they have like perfect conditions where everything's identical is also not a good example of how it's really gonna play out. If I have 5 Les Pauls with all the same strings and they're the same specs and they all sound different to me, I don't care if it's someone in a lab can set it up and get it to sound closer. What are the other factors you're not considering? So whether you believe in tone wood, what I can tell you is P90s, to my ears, always sound awesome. They're like single coils that scream, please, let me show you how awesome my tone is. Seth Lover just really took 2 P90s and put them together and wound them with reverse polarity and boom, he bucked the hum and you got the PAF. So for me, whenever I see a P90, nevertheless 2 P90s, nevertheless 3 P90s, I get very happy. So you know sometimes when you get a call and you don't know who it is? And of course this always happens like when you're like in the middle of something, your dog's crapping on the floor, your baby's crying in the other room, maybe your friend got locked in the closet, I don't know. But that's when these people call. And you always want to be polite because you're not sure if they're going to tell you like your mom died or you won the lottery. Or of chasing you to buy that extended warranty for your car you haven't had in 8 years. Sitting down in my studio with my buddy Dan in the middle of a session, get a call. Hey Benny, it's Pisani. And immediately I recognized the name, but I wasn't quite there. And I'm like, dealing with studio obnoxiousness, I was definitely flustered. And I'm like ready to yell, Pisani, I gotta go! Wait a minute, do you mean Steve Pisani? As in my friend that sent me my first guitar ever to review. That's Steve Pisani. said, Steve, how have you been? Because as many of you guys know, Sam Ash closed their doors. I didn't know if Michael Kelly was going to continue on. I didn't know if Sam Ash was going to continue on. And part of my heart breaks because 2024 marked the 100th anniversary of one of the most legendary mom and pop stories, nevertheless just stores, in history, Sam Ash, a company that got behind this channel. So when Steve told me that not only was Michael Kelly still around, but that he had the same parking spot and that he had designed a 100th anniversary Sam Ash edition Patriot that you can buy at samash.com, a huge part of my heart warmed up again. When I'm getting home from shopping with the lady, she's like, what's this? What other thing did you order? And I'm like, oh my God, that's my guitar. And now that I have seen this thing, we gotta hear how it sounds. I always play with delay because I like things just a little wet. Like when Denzel Washington looks at Ethan Hawke in the middle of training day and he's like, you want to get a little bit wet? My effects loop does. Ow! This neck joint. Take a peek at this. This is just everything. It's just very, very comfortable. Not only does it make access to the upper frets easy, but it just makes gripping it, doing that Zakk Wylde thing. There's something really beautiful about this kind of PRS meets Les Paul thing that the Michael Kelly Patriot has going on. I'm not hating on it at all. I think it's a real nice blend. You got 3 Rockfield P90s that are wired essentially like a Strat with this 5-way, and then in 24 3/4 scale. So a lot of mixed messages, kind of a hybrid of a lot of things that you know. This thing is absolutely awesome. And I'm so glad that Michael Kelly is still making badass, affordable, awesome sounding and playing instruments, especially one that represents the 100th anniversary of Sam Ash. And I have to say, if I'm gonna get a random call when I'm going out of my mind in the studio, it's nice to be from Steve Pisani asking me if I want to play this, because it's awesome.
Why don't you smash that subscribe button already?